Hey everyone. Uh, Today is a bonsai in the Raven day. Out here on a solo run. I'm out at Rogers Trough, checking out to see if there's any waterfalls. We've had a lot of rain, so I'm guessing there should be some. um, it's pretty cloudy out, as you can probably see in the background, so I'm expecting to get rained on at some point today. But it's just going to be a fun day. Me, and my girl. All right. No dash cam footage today. My phone holder broke, so dash camming is out of the question. But whenever there's anything cool, I will definitely stop and show you. Later, back to music. Okay. So I made it to where the first waterfall usually is. The washes are... You can tell there's been water here recently, but they're not running nor wet. So just a little short trip up this wash, and you'll be able to tell. It doesn't look like it. It looks pretty dry. So I'm thinking we are not going to see waterfalls today. But get out, get some exercise, get some sun. And it's a warm one today. I think it's like 104, 105 right now. But it's all good. I don't mind it. I have plenty of water. But I forgot to stop and pick up a sub. So I didn't bring any food along today. And that's really bad. I mean, I ate right before I left, but truly should have some kind of food along. You never know. I know we've been back here tons of times. I believe there's a mining claim back here. I was noticing on the roads as I was driving here that there's areas that are super... See, you can see this is still damp. But there were areas on the road that were literally glittery gold. Yeah, no waterfall. Very dry. Oh, there's a trickle. There's a teeny tiny trickle. That would explain why we still see water in the wash. Oh, and there's a small puddle here. I'm sure it makes critters happy. I don't see any footprints in it, though. Huh. I wonder if this is left from last night. There's tadpoles in there. Huh. Interesting. But as you can see, I've been here before where the water was coming off of this so hard you could stand under it and shower. But now it's just a great place for skeeters. Not that we have a lot of them here, but by standing water, you betcha. All right. Oh, wow. That's a big pile of brush washed down. That's crazy. That's how powerful the rains get. They'll wash an entire tree. All right. Heading back to Raven. And then onward down the trail. So, later, back to music. I don't know what happened to my video walking down here. But there is a little water running here. I came down here and splashed a little on my face. It's actually very warm, but still refreshing. I'm sure the critters are happy with it. On my way down here, I found these two... That looks terrible. I found these two mushrooms. back when I lived in Wisconsin, they used to grow all over the cow pastures. And I know that they used to fry them up with butter and a little garlic, just like a regular mushroom, and they were pretty delicious. I also know that when they get too big, they get nasty inside. And when they actually dry up, they turn into an exploding puffball. When you step on it, the insides have turned to powder and it just like poof everywhere. But anyhow, back at Raven. Gonna see if I have my knife. Take a look at how these look. Later, back to music. Okay, so I don't have my knife. I just realized when our wallets were stolen when we were out, I thought I failed to lock the middle console, but I was wrong. I just noticed that it absolutely was broken into, because that wasn't like that. So we never filed a police report because I thought it was my own stupid fault. But I'm rethinking that now. Anyhow, Rob also got his driver's license mailed back to him. It was found down at the lake. So this mushroom is overdone. It's too far gone. You see how yellow it is inside? A good one is still really white inside and very much like the inside of a button mushroom when you slice it. This one's dead. So I don't have a knife, so I've just been breaking them open. Now that one would be quite edible. It's very nice and white and tender inside. I have no idea what these are called, but I know I've eaten them as a kid and they're delicious, and now I want to go look and see if there's more. Anyway, later, back to music. So I just went and looked around the area where I found those two, and there doesn't seem to be any anywhere. The waterfall that I skipped out on actually goes down this wash, but ooh, ow, sharp thing. Watch where you're walking. Actually goes down this big wash right here, but I just don't really think there's any water in it, because I'm not seeing water anywhere really. Lots of little flowers. God, I'm carrying this fucking mushroom around. Why am I carrying this mushroom around? I have no idea. I'm sure some critter would find it delightful, so I'm just gonna toss it. I've never actually walked way back to here, so since the Jeep's in a safe place, there is literally no one out here. I am solamente. Solo dolo. Man, now that I saw that mushroom, I would just love to find a little patch of those. That would be cool. I'm not exactly dressed for hiking, so I'm just trying to walk in areas where there's no sticks, no brush. So I expected pretty much to be in the washes. Yeah, that's a dry wash. Wow, a lot of black sand. All right, well, Later, back to music, heading to Raven, and oh, I gotta show you these. I've been seeing these all over. I saw one, but it was not in a place where I felt good enough to stop and park and get out. I saw one that had an entire crown in bloom. Look at this beautiful thing. They are loving the rain. So pretty. Look at these flowers. There's your pretty for the day. Now, later, back to music. Remember how I said I thought it was my fault because I didn't lock the center console? I obviously locked it. That's completely busted. They did break into the car. It wasn't just an accident. So I do want to file a police report. Anyhow, hope you're having a good day. Love you. This is totally the wrong time of year for this, but in the springtime, this field always used to be absolutely stunning. Lupine and gold poppies. And it's been a few years now since the fire went through here, so I'm kind of wondering if they're ever going to come back or if they got burned completely up. Oh, wow. Look at this. Oh, that's beauty right there. That is a huge agave bloom. Wow. I would love to take that home and put it up in the yard. Wow. It wouldn't make it home though. Sure is pretty. It's just about ready to fall over if it wasn't for that cactus right there. That saguaro is his buddy right now. Help, hold me. I'm going down. Had enough rain to fill up the cow pond. So that's kind of cool. That was nearly nothing but mud when we were here the last time. So, coming up on the really fun part of the trail. So, see you on the top side. Later, back to music. I would love to be out here during a monsoon and see that wash and that wash over there running. That would be incredibly cool. But later, back to music. So I just came up this hill, and down there at that curve is what is usually the most insane rock, try not to hang yourself up bad spot in this trail. But it seems the rain has been running the washes hard enough that it's filled in, and it's just like, normal road, just normal road. But I saw these and I just had to stop because it just looks so pretty. Look. Okay, where are they? Why do I not see them? Oh, my screen is so dim. There they are. Just couldn't resist stopping. Grab that little shot. Anyway, later, back to music. Geez, I turned around from looking at those flowers and being so excited about the road being good, I didn't even notice how beautiful this view is. Just amazing. You see that sparkle way off in the distance? Just a little glint. That's Mesa. So, okay, continuing up the trail. Later, back to music. So, we have successfully navigated the trail to the Rogers Trough trailhead. We are not going hiking. But I do know now that it's quite easy to get here. There's one car here, one vehicle, which really surprises me, because it didn't look like any fresh tracks when I was coming. I'm going to look at the thingy here. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. Wow, this is pretty fascinating. I'm gonna zoom way in on this, and if you want to read it, hit pause. Pretty interesting. I never saw this here before. It's telling hikers how to find water. That's pretty awesome. Lots of cool little things in here, but according to this guide, nobody out here since the 14th. 4 people in the group. Interesting. I'm just gonna walk down here a little bit. Sometimes if the creek is running, you can catch it up. You can see it up here. It's very damp. Look at the pretties. Grass is tall out here. Holy cow. The rain has been good. I don't think I've ever seen grass this tall out here. But here we are at the creek. Oh, tiny bit of standing water here and there. Just enough for the birds to come and get a dip and a drink. Look at it. More pretties. I need to not procrastinate, and the next storm that hits the next day is the day to come out here. Because that's when these will be running. There's the sign for the trailhead. And they're going to come out of the wash. Back up to Raven. So, later. Back to music. Alright. This is the waterfall that I bypassed earlier because I didn't figure there'd be any water. Still not figuring there'd be any water, but it's muddy. And there's a little trickle. So I think we'll just take the walk. It's a gorgeous day out. And I've just been sitting in the house far too much. It's been so hot, it's not been pleasant to actually go out, but it's starting to cool, at least to the point where it's tolerable enough for me to go out. Oh dear, my feet are going to get wet. Maybe not. It would feel good. I'd like to find a little deeper spot though. Lots of cow tracks. So when we get down the bottom here, I'll know if there's going to be water in the area where the falls is. Oh, gotta admit, the damp ground feels good on my feet. The sand is really, really hot. Oops, sorry. Oh, look at, yeah, gonna have to get my feet wet. This looks pretty refreshing. Oh, it's actually pretty warm, which is kind of strange. Stuff feels good. So I very much enjoy this little wash and the waterfall that's here. When it's running, it's pretty cool. But I haven't really actually seen it run, ever. It's been drought since I started coming out here. So, there's never been a winter where it was such heavy snowfall up here that in spring there was water everywhere. Oh, more water. I don't like the green stuff though. Tiny waterfall. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Just right there. Pardon me, this is a jump. Oh, my feet say, ah. How nice. Might get another little waterfall pool over here. Yeah, just a little one. Oh, that's a tadpoles in this one. Whole bunch of them. Little bitty, tiny, baby ones. Wow, there's a little cluster right there of larger ones. This one is just full of babies. Have these little sand fly things, gnat kind of things, that just love ears. Ah, sweet. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Nice little waterfall. Just a tiny one. Still really nice. I love it. I'm going to stick my head in this one because I could use a head cool down. Yep, that felt fabulous. All right, flipping you back and on the journey. Oh. Kind of hate these things when my shoes are wet, but oh well, we made it. Little waterfall, little water slide down the slippery rocks. All right. This is looking pretty dry. We'll go up a little ways and see what we see. I'm not seeing a lot of water at this point. Oh, she's dry. There's a couple little drinking pools here for the animals. Yep. Yeah. Very tiny, tiny trickle, trickle. Just a little water. Just enough to make the animals happy. Oh yeah. There's no water in that main pool. So it's just a fly spot, and I'm tired of digging little flies out of my ears. So all the cool spots have been visited and not a real lot happening. So, you know what that means. Later, back to music. And I'm going to look for a little spot to park and set up my chair and chill. Later, back to music. This little spot right here, I have driven past this so many times and thought, what a cute place that would be to camp for a night or two. And definitely, now that the weather's starting to cool down and I can camp in a tent again, I'm kind of like really wanting to do that. Just come out here for a day and set up the tent and enjoy. It's really a pretty little area. This is a wash back here, and apparently it flows pretty good. And this was a water trough at some point, but apparently we don't get nearly enough rain to fill it, or it leaks, one of the two. Anyway, I thought this looked like a good place to stop and take a little break. Been driving all day. It's like probably 5 o'clock in the evening. Left at like 1, so it's been a pleasant day. Nice and peaceful and hot. Tell you, that little waterfall was a blessing. I was able on the way back to stick my head under it, got my legs under it, got my neck under it. Really helped with the cool down. That's a neat little area. Nice little wash. See quite a bit of black sand in here. Kind of fun to scoop up a bucket and learn how to really actually pan. Just javelina or deer tracks. I'm not sure which they are, but wow. This is pretty cool. It's in the shade. That's very nice. So, sun's still blazing pretty hot. It's still at least 100. But wow, this is pretty awesome. Oh, wow. I would love to continue this, but I'll save it for another day. I'm so nosy though. I just got to get around this little bend here and see how it looks. Oh yeah. This looks like I'm gonna have to come back and do this for a hike. Wow, that sounds like a military jet. Where are you? Don't see him, just hear him. Must be up there pretty high. Looks like a water line running along there. Oh, I'm gonna have to come back here. Where are you? Holy moly. They sound like they're flying pretty low. Look at the massive tree trunk situation going here. Holy crap. That was a monster of a tree at one time. Probably always water here because that's a cottonwood tree. They only grow where there's water. And there's willow trees here. So I'm pretty sure if you dug down a few feet at any point in the year, you could get water. That's really neat down here. All right, headed back to the Raven. Later, back to music. So, really strange, all the military jets. I don't see a whole lot of them out here. They must be out here practicing maneuvers, because that's the second set I've heard go through. Really crazy. Not something you see out here a lot of, but... All right, back to Raven. She's just waiting up here for us. And there she is. Later. Back to music. I call this rock formation downward dog. From the other side, you just see the head and it looks, then I call it Fox Rocks. But on this side, the way it's laying, the way it's positioned, it looks like downward dog to me. On the way out, heading home, gonna look for a spot to sit for a little bit, I think. Later, back to music. decided that this looked like a pretty good place to sit and chill for a while. Got a little shade here. Can enjoy the sun going down. Maybe we'll see some jets. Anyway, later, back to music. This little dude just came over to visit. Hi, Bunny. What are we doing? Oh, where are you? There you are. I'm hearing the jets, but they're on the other side of the ridge. So, you never know. Back to music. I hear him again. Trying to see him. Nope. Just can't seem to see him. Back to music. Oh, wow. It is way up there. I could hear them, but I didn't know where they were. They're way high. Okay. Question answered. Later, back to music. Sorry for the bounce in the video. I have a short phone cord and no jack stand, but there's some massive storms building up over there. Wondering if they're going to get us. Got no radio reception, no Wi-Fi, no nothing right now, so heading closer towards home. And maybe I'll find a spot to sit and watch them. Alright, later, back to music. Can you hear all the quail? I pulled over here because the sky was so cool. I wanted to just sit here and watch the sky for a while because holy moly, look at that. Look at that. That is a massive storm front rolling in. All the way over to there. But the clouds are just beautiful. So, I think I'm just going to sit on the back of the Jeep for a little bit and watch this. I don't know, maybe pop up the chair. Just awesome. Later, back to music. I'm really trying hard to remember to keep my phone one way or the other when doing video. I came around the corner of that mountain a little further and holy shmoly, that's a big one building back there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you can see the cloud bank. Wow. It's got this little tiny blast of sun glinting off the very top of it. But anyway, later, I'm heading home. Man, that sky is so crazy. It's like on fire in the east, opposite of the sun. Just stunning. I can't stop. I keep stopping to look at it. Anyway, later, back to music. Just gorgeous. I am so hooked on this sky. Wow, it's just breathtaking. I'm sure the camera is not even remotely doing justice to the clouds, but look at this one over here. Nuts. Just crazy. Loving it. Seriously bummed I did not bring my camera. This is just amazing. I keep stopping because it's too cool to miss. Okay, another stop for the storm clouds behind us. That is very electric. pretty sure you can see that, 'cause I sure can. It's gonna be quite a show. Kind of like to stay ahead of it though.